Step 4, pull each window separate so you can compare and edit colors as needed. Move the images into the document titled yourname.psd. Once you've completed the steps, screenshot your Photoshop workspace. Be sure to include the layers panel. Add the screenshot to your slides for practice under step 4. In Photoshop, I have my file that I saved with my name, ssp.psd. I have that open already. Now yours may look different. I have some layers that I've added in here. Yours probably just has the background. That's totally fine. We're going to open up your images that have the removed background. So open, and then you should be able to find yours with the removed background. It depends on whether you did yours already or not. So once you have your images with your removed backgrounds open, if you have not removed your background, you need to go back to step and remove your background in a different video. Once you have your images that have the removed backgrounds opened, you'll notice that they're in tabs. You're just going to click to pull those windows open, and you can resize them as needed. So I'm looking at the animals side by side. Notice if I click on this image, the capybara icon shows up in the little thumbnail. If I click on the hippo, it switches to the hippo. That means I'm editing whichever one I am on. So I'm going to edit that capybara. I want it to be warmer because notice it has a little bit of a cool tone, like purpley blue, whereas the hippo has lots of warm tones. I'm going to go to my adjustment layers. In your adjustment panel, okay, what's going to happen is you're going to have a variety of options for editing. There's one that's color balance. If you want to add more warm or red, magenta, green, if you add any of those colors, right, you have little sliders that tells you which way to move it. When you move those, your image, as you can see on mine on the right, gets more of that color added, okay? So that is just one of the many tools that you can use. You may also use the levels, which changes your brightness of your midtones, right? So those middle grays, the shadows, it can change those. It can change your highlights. Okay, so there's all sorts of options for your adjustments. You just kind of have to play around. There's a filter that you can put like a little warming color over it. There's hue saturation. Saturation is just how much of the color is there. You can take it down to grayscale or really punch up your colors. You can change the hue. You can do some really funky things in your adjustment layers. Your goal, again, is to match the two different animals' colors. So obviously these are not layers that I'm going to want. I'm going to click and drag them to the trash. So you keep playing with these adjustment layers as needed until you get colors that pretty much line up. Once you have your colors matched to where you want them, you're going to right-click within your little layers panel, merge visible. Do not flatten image, click merge visible. Once you've done that, you can click and drag your animals into your background. So you're showing that you have the colors pretty close to matching. We'll do some blending in a little bit. I'm just resizing them here so they're easier to see. So you can see that their colors are pretty close to matching, and you can see my layers panel. I'm going to use Windows Shift S. I'm going to click and drag to select using my layers panel. Remember, that was part of the assignment, was to make sure you include your layers. I'm going to screenshot that, and that is how I complete the work for step 4. Now all I have to do is I have to go in and paste it in Google Slides. So I go into my Google Slides assignment, I press Control V, and now I have my layers panel showing with my two animals that I am about to merge. That is the finishing of step 4.